Hello, everybody. Just going to give another minute or two for folks to pop on. Hope everybody is as excited for this weekend as we are. I'm in the warehouse. We're doing some work, getting everything ready, still packing up trailers and everything, making some last minute adjustments. So we'll go into all that in just a minute. I'll give everybody just another minute or two to hop on. In case you guys aren't aware, my name is Jason Chance. I am the race director for RunSBY, and I'll be talking you through any kind of questions that you have tonight while we're still, here at the warehouse and working and getting everything ready for you. So hopefully you've got some good questions for us. All right. Somebody, if you can in the chat, let me know that you can hear me, and then we will get going. Just want to make sure the audio is working. I think it is. Just double checking in there. Some people might just turn this on and listen to it later, just in case there's any questions that pop up. Sometimes these go with just rapid fire questions, and sometimes nobody has any questions because they have the athlete guide. So, hoping you guys can hear me. So, I'm going to go ahead and start. So, once again, my name is Jason Chance. All right. Thank you, guys. My name is Jason Chance. I'm the race director of the RunSBY Events. We are in our 8th year. I've been fortunate enough to be the race director for each and every one of those years. Each year, we try to make slight improvements. We get better and better. We are very happy to announce that we're over 1,000 participants. We're at about 1,020. Uh, with 350 doing the marathon, 415 doing the half, and about 250 um, doing the 5K. And exactly what we just saw, that's exactly what this is for. Where is the drop off bag location? So before we get rocking and rolling too much, I've gotten a lot of questions, where's parking, where's this, where's that? It's a little unique because we have on the page, on the Run SBY page, we have this athlete guide. So definitely take a look at that. We have pictures, we have a link, and then down at the bottom, you can actually download it. It gives all of your location times, how long, to finish. Why don't you? I have a bib number, packet pickups, and then parking. Parking is very important for everybody. They all want to know where to park. The great thing about this race is we park right at the finish line and we take a very short walk right over to the marathon and half marathon start line. So there is a little bit of a walk. A lot of people like to use that as their warm up. And then once again, that is in the athlete guide. So everybody's going to want to park at 110 Circle Avenue. If you're doing the marathon and half marathon, you'll walk over to the start line, and that's exactly what we just got the question about. As you walk over to the park, you're going to see a line of porta johns. That's, obviously porta johns. You keep walking past that down to the start line, you'll start to hear it. At that point in time, as you're walking along, you'll see numbered spaces, parking spaces, and those correlate with your bib number. So you place your bag in that parking space, and then we'll bring that all the way back over for you. We want you to use those clear bags that we gave you. If you did the bib mailing, if you are coming to pack and pick up tomorrow or Friday, we will give you a large plastic bag. We want you to put your number on that, and that's what we want so that we can see it in case there's any kind of security issues or anything like that. Um, so at right before you walk to the start line, so you can have your last swig or whatever you want, um, you'll drop your bag right there, and then you'll walk right over to the start line. So again, we've got this great athlete guide that's here. We've also got some information here right on this left-hand side of just the info and the schedule. Again, packet pickup, where the start of everything is going to be, what times, award ceremonies. For those of you who are looking for beer afterwards, our friends over the JCs are going to be pouring for us, but they cannot pour until 10 o'clock. That's one thing. And then the gear bags, again, we're going to provide those to you, and then we're going to bring them over to the finish line for you, and they will be sorted by some of our local high school students. That'll be right there. Some people always ask about pacers. We have our friends from Beast Pacing. They're over there. Again, all this is in the athlete guide, but it's also in the info schedule if you don't want to pour through all that. These are the various paces. No, I cannot make a Boston qualifier pace for everybody. That would be hard if a pacer could run a BQ every single time, but um, and then we have this course information. And course information talks about you should pick your specific course. Um, but we went down and we marked where every single aid station is going to be. Every one of these aid stations is manned by a local nonprofit or group that we give a stipend to for being out there. Very excited. There's a few teams, a few groups that are taking multiple stations out there, so they're going to keep the energy up and high. We do know that it's looking a little bit warm later on in the day, so if we have the ability to do it, we might just throw out a table with just water on it. That might be a self-serve kind of thing, but that would definitely be that's definitely going to be a day of kind of call and an asset call. So depending on how many assets we have out there, but um, you will find, and this is the same for the half marathon, you get all the way up to this water station right here, water 5. It's marked as mile 11, but it is actually 10.8. It is where you make the determination if you are a marathoner, and it can only work for marathoners. If you're a marathoner, you're just not feeling it. When you get to 10.8 and the road splits left and splits to the right, you have the ability as a marathoner to split to the right and finish the half marathon course. Your time will be ratified and moved down to a half marathon. Um, you know, check it in the results. Every single one of the bibs has a QR code on the bottom. If you're still showing a marathon, come talk to the timer. He'll switch you over. Otherwise, you probably just set the, world record for a marathon, which is a little bit tough. Um, One thing when we're talking about this split point that we really want to show is the fact that there is a cutoff. Give me 1 second to, there's our cutoff. Okay. If you are a marathoner at 10 a.m., at exactly 10 a.m., um, we will push everybody onto the half marathon course. So that's at that 16-minute mile. Once again, at 10 a.m., if you're a marathoner, you're going to be turning right. Now, chances are, if you're a marathoner and you're getting there at 10 a.m., you probably want to turn right anyway. Um, so we're going to help you out with that. Okay, so that is really the only cutoff that we have on the course. Now, people in the 5K will say, well, how much time do I have? Technically, you have 6.5 hours because you start a half an hour after the marathon and half marathon do. Course closes at 2. Um, and you are doing an out and back along your course. I strongly encourage you guys to look at the course information tab that we just showed you a moment ago. Take a little bit of time, look at this because it will have each of the courses. So your 5K course is simply an out and a back, right along. But you're going to start at our finish line. You're going to finish at the finish line, and you're going to get that great experience that everybody's going to get. You will have one aid station. It is a huge party. Um, that is going to be our friends at Galaxy Gymnastics. They're going to make sure that you have a good time there. But again, that will kick off. The 5K kicks off at 7:30, and the marathon and half marathon kick off at 7 a.m. from over the park. Okay. When you guys come to the park, it's 110 Circle Avenue is the parking location. That's the big parking garage downtown. There's no parking over at the start line for the marathon and half marathon. All right, good. Looks like I faded out there for a second. Yeah, I don't want to sit there and read the athlete guide to you guys. What I did just put on the screen is the email, the info@runsby.com. Um, that is the place to ask questions that I can potentially help you with. Some of the questions I cannot help you with are, can I have a refund? The answer is no. Can I defer? Not this close to the race. That deferral closed last week. Um, you know, Beyond that, those are the two big ones that we're getting. A few people were asking, where's my bib? They had the bib mailing, and I believe all of those, I checked the packaging and it looks like they all made it. Um, so beyond that, if there are any questions, you want to reach out to me at that info@runsby.com. It is me who's answering those. So tomorrow, they might still be kind of chill. Friday, they might get a little more panicked, um, just because we're going to be in go mode at that point. Saturday morning, you probably don't want to send me an email asking about a deferral or anything like that. Um, some folks have gotten injured here in the last little bit. That's kind of why we extended our deferral process all the way up until like Saturday or Sunday of last week. But I would highly recommend, and I've started doing it with everything. I'd highly recommend if you see the thing that talks about like insurance for $5 or something to protect your race, do that. It's $5. We don't see a penny of it, but it helps you so much more instead of having to pay. I think the final deferral was like $30. So yeah. So anyway, so we're super excited. Once you finish up, you're going to come down the chute. We've got Bart Yasso as our announcer. He's going to be calling you in. As you come all the way down, you're going to be able to grab some food, grab some drink. We've got a DJ this year. All of the kids from Amp Studio. It is Easter. So a lot of them are away on vacation. So we've still got Mid-South Audio is coming in, putting on a great show down there. We're going to be right across from Unity Square, which is Salisbury's new park, from about a year ago. We're going to have beer being poured by the JCs. So we're super excited. We hope that everybody will stick around. It does look like it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a warm day. So we're going to make sure that we have plenty of water out there for you. We've got medical teams that are going to be all over the place. Um, so yeah, once again, the biggest thing I can tell you is to definitely look at runsby.com. We sent out an email the other day with QR codes on it for you to be able for packet pickup, which is tomorrow from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in downtown, and 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Friday. I will send that out again just with the code in the morning, tomorrow morning, so that you can rapidly come up. The whole interaction is going to take 30 seconds. We'll have maps out there. Great thing is we're in downtown. So if you come on Friday, you got plenty of great places to eat, um, literally right there. And where you park, which is 110 Circle Avenue, is going to be exactly where you park on race day. So you'll be able to get a really good feel. And on Friday after 1 o'clock, we will have the finish line set up too. So you can come down there and see the finish line. So, um, All right, we only had the one question. Where is the drop-off bag location? We answered that. Oh, 5K. If you're a 5K going, where's my drop-off bag location? That would be called your car. Um, don't look for a drop-off bag location 2 blocks away from your start line because it's 2 blocks back to your car. That's the best way to store anything would be in your vehicle. Um, so. Okay. If you guys need anything, if you want to volunteer, anything like that, there are plenty of opportunities still out there. You can come and cheer people on inside the finish chute. Um, you can help out in the morning, but all of that is at runsby.com. Once again, my name is Jason Chance. The best way to reach me is that email address, the info at runsby.com. If there's no more questions, then I'm not going to waste your time. Gonna get back to packing. Here we go. Favorite places for spectators of the full marathon. All right, great. Good. See, right at the last second. All right, favorite places for spectators for the full marathon. I love Salisbury University. So Salisbury University, which is about mile like 9.5 or 10. It's great because you can park. There's little restaurants and stuff like that that are around there. But you can see them popping out of the tunnel that goes underneath of 13. Um, you can see them there. You can see them on the other side of the campus. I will tell you, if you're not from the area, there is one road that's completely closed. We completely closed one lane on Riverside Drive. Um, so if you want to try to see your person, the best thing to do is download the course map and try to jump around. If you can't go down a road, believe me, law enforcement will tell you you can't go down the road. Um, but definitely the start, definitely Salisbury University, which is almost near that split point of 10.8. And then everything else out there, it's country road. So, I mean, you're running with cars. So, we ask if you go out there to try to find your person, please be very, very careful going out there. But keep in mind that there's race joy tracking. You'll see that in the athlete guide also. So it will give you estimated times of when they're going to reach their finish line. If they have a phone that's got a good battery, they can actually turn on GPS tracking and you can see them every single step of the way, which is great. It just depends on how fast you run because we don't want your battery dying out there. It's really awesome for the 5K half. You're kind of pushing it. Um, but yeah, Steve and Salisbury University, that's the place to go. Okay, we're going to do the auction thing, the going once, going twice, because Steven got in there right at the about last possible second on that. So all right, great. Thank you so much. And guys, once again, if you need something, if you're just watching this after the fact, over here, info at runsby.com. That's the best way to reach me. We try to do everything we can to make it a great event for you. So anything at all, and after the fact, any suggestions, reach out. You can't hurt my feelings. So all right. Oh, wait, here we go. Um, didn't see any specifics on nutrition for the marathon. Okay, so we have goo. Goo is going to be at every single aid station. There will also be granola bars, just some small little granola bars, like the chewy kind, so not like crunchy because you're not going to want that. There will also be water and lemon lime Gatorade out on the course. So the goo, it's a mix. We have lemon lime, we have vanilla bean, and we have tri-berry. So we kind of mix them up as we're going along. And on the marathon course, and only on the marathon course, we have a few gallons of pickle juice that are going to be out there if you're into that kind of thing. There will be little things of pickle juice out there for kind of a salty electrolyte kind of deal. No alcohol that we are aware of that we supply, but if somebody's out there and wants you to do a pickle shot, maybe. So, all right. See, last time I said this, somebody jumped in. So, all right, guys. All right. Take a look at the athlete guide. Take a look at the info schedule, course information, all that kind of stuff. I will see you sometime over the next 2 days. I'll see you at the start line. Appreciate you guys coming out. We're gonna have an awesome weekend, and can't wait to see you on Saturday. All right.